I had this girlfriend that I had only known for a short time through work. Early in our friendship, just a couple of months in, she asked me for advice on proposing to her boyfriend. I encouraged her to go for it, and a few weeks later, I found myself hiding behind a beach umbrella, camera in hand, capturing her proposal. Not long after, she asked me to be her bridesmaid. I was flattered and accepted, though I was a bit surprised given how new our friendship was. Then, the wedding was postponed for a year due to a venue mix-up. Oh, devoed. Imagine if your venue was like, well, sorry, double booked.
Jesus.
That's a pretty big mistake. Anyway, we won't name that venue. Life got busy for both of us. But I made an effort to stay in touch, regularly checking in. Her responses were few and far between. Until one day, out of the blue, she sent me a very long text telling me she didn't want me in the bridal party anymore. She claimed that I was the reason we drifted apart, but said she still wanted me in her life. Yet when the wedding finally happened, I wasn't even invited. I shouldn't laugh. But how do you go from
I'm so sorry. We're not laughing at you.
What a rapid decline
Yeah.
from capturing the proposal to bridesmaid to not even being invited. A few months after the wedding, she messaged me saying she would love to catch up. Now I'm torn. Should I take the high road and give her a second chance or cut ties since she was the one who cut me off first? We still have mutual friends, so it's likely that we'll run into each other at some point. Hell.
Oh, cut your losses.
Fuck yeah, bye.
Cut your losses. Who knows? I mean, we don't have the full context of like what happened. Maybe you did something that offended her. We don't know, right? That could be a possibility. And then she might be so conflict avoidant that she distanced herself. The thing though, to me, that screams that maybe she is not someone who prioritizes friendships or has strong friendships in her life is the fact that you guys had only known each other for such a short period of time. And you were the person that she prioritized to have in all of those special moments. So I think that to me screams that she's someone who has hard and fast friendships but doesn't know how to maintain friendships. And maybe she doesn't have many friends in her life. Maybe she was on to the next exciting person or exciting thing that she'd fill that void with. I would say, the fact that this all happened in quite a relatively short period of time of your friendship, she didn't even have then the decency to speak to you before the wedding and have you there as a guest. For me, would see this friendship as way too much drama and would be saying, appreciate you, I hope you're happy, but I think that maybe it's better we just leave things the way it is now.
How devo that you don't even get an invite to the wedding.
Didn't even make the cut.
Like, you've gone from being the one that gives the advice of like, should I propose? You've encouraged it. You've shot the engagement. You were part of the bridal party. And then you're not even a part of the wedding.
Yeah, it's quite crazy, isn't
like,
it?
it doesn't make sense to me. I understand the demotion from bridesmaid to guest. Like, I understand that if over a year goes past or 2 years and friendships change. But it's pretty drastic to cut someone from a wedding completely. I don't see the reason that you would want to catch up with her now. Like, what is the point? You're not friends. You haven't been talking. You haven't gone to the wedding. Like, it's not a relationship in your life that you need or you're trying to savor. She was new, not a 20-year friendship. So I'm a bit like,
totally.
What's the point?
Also, to cut someone from your wedding without a conversation, like it's the coldness of it. I completely agree.
Didn't you do that though? Didn't you uninvite someone by just not sending them the invitation?
Yeah, I did. But that was different.
It
really
always
was.
is.
It was a very different circumstance. My only thing though is, and you kind of touched on it, Britt, when you said like this is not a 20-year friendship. It's the same as if you were dating someone. I think people can appear to be, especially in friendships, and I think sometimes it takes longer to figure it out. People can appear to be amazing. The friendship can appear to be incredible. And then the longer that time goes, people show you who they really are. And I think the way that she's behaved has shown you who she really is, and that she isn't someone who puts the same level of effort into friendships or puts the same level of commitment into them as you do. So it's a really beautiful quality that you still, after all of this, want to catch up and maybe give the friendship a second chance. For me, I would kind of and ask the question like, how much drama is that going to bring into your life? And is it going to be a situation where you have another intense burst of friendship and then she falls away by the wayside again? Personally, I read that and I'm like, that is way too much work and I could not be bothered.
It's also such a strange thing, like out of the blue, when you have no connection or communication with someone, to be like, oh my God, we should catch up. Why? I don't understand that, because you're not friends anymore. So unless she wants something again, I don't get it.
Which is also why I said it at the very beginning though, Britt, because I was like, the context of this doesn't quite make sense to me. If it was something that had happened or there was an issue that should have been brought up before the wedding, like that's a big conversation to have. But maybe something went down that you're not aware of, or maybe you did something that really hurt her feelings and it's a misunderstanding or you're completely unaware. I don't know. But that to me, this behavior without anything actually happening is so fucking weird, which is why it makes me think, oh, maybe something did happen. The fact that she now wants to have this catch up or a sit down or whatever it is. But I don't know, even if something did, like, look, let's play devil's advocate for a second. You go and you have the conversation with her. Maybe if that is what you're thinking about, it could be good for you to get closure. Like if you want to go and have another catch up with her and have a conversation with her, it might give you an opportunity to draw more conclusions around why her behavior was so bloody strange in the first place.
I feel like it's just a waste of energy, to be honest.
I agree completely, but some people like to package this shit up in a nice bow. You know, they do. Some even with exes and stuff, you know, there's been loads of times where we've had questions come in and I've been like, I would never speak to that guy again. But relationships are not as easily navigated, and sometimes our curiosity is what gets the better of us. Like, what does that person want to talk to me about? So if you do feel as though you want to go and catch up with her, I would really hope that it's to get closure for yourself. I hope that that's the reason why you're going, not because you're wanting to kind of, you know, reignite a friendship when you've been treated so badly through it.
Imagine if she wanted to catch up with her because she's like, I just noticed she didn't get me a wedding present.
No, she's like, I'm pregnant. I want your advice on how I should plan like the gender surprise and the baby shower. Can you come and help me and video it?
I actually want to call my baby after you. Is that okay?